All right, so we have 16 people. We don't have much time, so let's continue. So as I was explaining before we ran out of time, we have an uptrend that is being what? That is in process over here. Clear. We have an uptrend here, and we realize that there was what? Higher highs forming. There were a lot of what? Higher highs what? Forming, and what? Higher lows forming. But suddenly, the next high that was formed was lower than the previous high. Then that means you should know that something is happening. And we have a low that is formed that is lower than the previous low. So we should know that the market is beginning to show us a sign of change in what? Trend. But this doesn't confirm that the trend has been changed yet. If you are using trend line, you should confirm whether your trend line has been broken, retest, and then you confirm your entry based on that, or the change of your trend based on that. So you don't just see a new lower low and lower high forming and then just say because of that trend has changed. No, you must apply your support and resistance to be able to confirm that. Okay, to be able to confirm that. That is the only way you can be able to have a very accurate entry. That is the only way you'll be able to have a very accurate entry. All right, so I don't want to waste too much time. I hope we understand this particular point. So this is just another illustration showing that this is how the market works. It forms a high, goes down to what? To form a low, then it breaks the high that it forms to form a new high, and then comes down to what? To form a new low, breaks the previous high to form a new high. So once this is happening, you should know that we are in what? We are in an uptrend. We are in an uptrend, and the opposite is true for what? A downtrend. Okay, the same thing here on the New Zealand USD daily uptrend, and it's the same thing. I'm just trying to make sure you guys have enough idea or picture information about what we mean by what an uptrend and what a downtrend. So a downtrend has to do with what? Swing highs and what? And swing lows. Okay, swing highs and what? Swing lows. And also an uptrend has to do with what? Swing highs and what? Swing highs that are higher highs and swing lows that are what? Higher lows. And downtrend has to do with what? Swing highs that are lower highs and swing lows that are what? Lower lows. So this is basically what happens when we are looking at what? A downtrend or what? An uptrend. A downtrend or what? An uptrend. So now this is the same thing that happens. You can see. So as I was telling you, from the previous call that we made, you remember that we have what we call the resistance levels and the support levels. So, and I was talking to you about support 10 resistance and resistance 10 support, and you can see this happening based on the swing points, the swing lows and the swing highs. As a result of what? Change of what? Trend. You'll be able to have these support and resistance levels created in what? In the market. Created in the market due to the swing highs and swing lows that are being formed as a result of change of what? Trend, either a range trend or a downtrend or an uptrend. Okay, and you normally see these points by the help of the reversal candles or patterns. Okay, like the pin bar, the engulfing, the harami, the dark crowds, and all those stuffs. Okay, which we'll be looking at into details in other webinar. All right, so here you can see a daily support on this chart being broken by last time I was telling that for you to confirm that a support or resistance level is what is broken, it should be a momentous or a momentum candle that is breaking through it. When a momentum candle breaks through a support or a resistance, then it is a strong confirmation that that level is breaking or has broken. Okay, but if you have some kind of halfway candle that is not a strong momentum, and some kind of wicks, longer wicks, okay, and the body is no more than the wick, then you should know that that breakout is not very strong. So you should either be looking out for a fake out, okay, a fake out. But once you see a very strong momentum candle breaking that support, you should just wait for a retest. That is if you are entering on the odd, on the lower time frame. But if you are entering on a higher time frame, like 4 hours, most of the time I don't wait for a retest, because it's a 4-hour candles are very huge candles. The retest is being done on the lower time frame, so you won't see it. So you just, once you see that momentum breakout, you just enter your trade, your sell or your buy, and then you put your stop loss above the previous high or low, depending on which direction you are trading. Okay, but we look at entries and all those stuffs in other sessions of our webinar. All right, so this we have come to the end of the PowerPoint presentation. Now we will go to the live chat. Okay, we will go to the live chat now, where we will take a look at what is happening in the live market. What is happening in the live market? So I'll quickly share my screen. I'll quickly share my screen. But before we go there, please, if you have any question on the presentation, quickly ask so that I can answer the questions before we go to the live chat. Before we go to the live chat, if you have any question, ask so that I can give explanation before we go to the live chat. Okay. Please, if you have questions, just unmute yourself. Okay. Olayinka, yes. Please, you can ask your question. Hello, sir. Please, you can ask your question. Okay, I think he's not hearing us. So let's go on. If nobody have any question, let's go on. Okay, Samuel, I can't see all the screen you shared. I only see one screen. Oh, sorry about that. Then please, you will have to watch the videos again when we upload them to our YouTube channel. Sorry about that. All right, let me share my. Please, I hope we can all see my screen. If you can see my screen, type 1 in the chat box. If you can see my screen, type 1 in the chat box. If you can see my screen, type 1 in the chat box. I want to be sure everybody can see my screen. Okay, great. All right, that means you guys can see my screen. All right, then let's go on. Let's go on. All right, so this is one of my analysis I did during the week on Euro USD, but I'll be clearing my chart so that we can identify the downtrend, the uptrend, and then the range in this particular market. Okay, so let me quickly clear my chart. All right. All right, so this is my daily time frame. This is my daily time frame. Okay, and I want to look out for a range, a downtrend, and an uptrend from my chart. Okay, so what I'll do is, let me search so that I can give you a very nice example. Okay, so I think I can get the range from here. So let's start with that. So with ranges, I said they are also called sideways trend. Okay, because they move from up and then they come down in a horizontal manner. They move from the top to the bottom in a horizontal manner or in a sideways manner. Okay, so that we can identify using our support and resistance lines. So you can see between these two, support and resistance. So the upper one is the resistance line and the lower one here is the support line. So what is happening? What can we see here? We realize that price is what is ranging between these 2 points. Let me change the color of the resistance to red. Good. So we can see that price is ranging between the resistance, which is what the red line, and the support, which is what the blue line. So what did we see here? Where is my marker? Okay, so we can see that price was moving from the downside here upward. And what did we see? Once price entered over here, price begin to what? To range. Price begin to range. Price came to the top here, rejected and pushed down to the lower section here, which is our support, and price rejected there again and pushed back up to our what? Resistance line. Price was not able to break this resistance. This over here is just a fake out, it's not a breakout. And as I told you in the previous webinar, this is a zone, it's not just a single line. Okay, it is a zone. Okay, so price pushed down from there after rejecting, and then price got here, couldn't break out. What did price do? Price pushed up again, okay, close to the resistance line and push down. Still price couldn't break this. So we are seeing price traveling in a sideways manner. Okay, price is not going in an ascending manner, but it is going in what? In a horizontal manner, a sideways. So we call it price is ranging. What did we see? Price push up again, but didn't get to this because a new resistance has been formed at this level. A new resistance has been formed at that level. What happened? Price rejected, and what do we see now? We see a breakout now. Price broke out. Price broke out. And as I was telling you, let me clear the chart. As I was telling you, for you to be able to trade this, you need this particular momentum candle that broke this line. You need that kind of candle to break your hot support or resistance. In this case, it has broken out this support. So what will happen? There was a retest. So you enter the market and you sell beautifully down here. Let's see what happened once price got to this level. Let me clear the chart. Once price got here, let's see what price began doing again. Price formed a resistance at this level, and again price formed what? A support at this level. Price also formed another support. Let me change the colors, please. All right, so price forms what? A resistance, a support stroke resistance. Okay, so let me make this one black. So price form what we call support 10 resistance at this level where the black line is, and then it forms a support over here on the blue line. So we will see what happened. Price dropped into this zone and began to range between this red line and the black line. Okay, till price, so this over here broke out, but then price broke back into this zone again and ranged before finally breaking out to form another range between the black line and the blue support line over here. What did we see? What we are seeing here is kind of what we refer to as consolidation. Okay, this is not a strong range. Okay, this sometimes I call them tradable range. I won't trade this kind of range, this kind of market. Well, especially if you are a day trader, if you are trading on like the daily time frame, if you are somebody who uses the daily time frame to trade, I won't trade this market. But you see, this daily time frame, so when we go to the lower time frame, the gap or the space between the resistance line and the support line is wide. So that one you can use your 1 hour, the 4 hour, and then the 15 minutes and 30 minutes to trade those ranges, and you'll be able to make a very good amount of pips. You'll be able to make very good amount of pips from that market. So these are, so let's move to 4 hour. So as I was saying, you can see 4 hour, see the space in between the red line and the black line. So you can see price ranging from here to this portion. So you can see price ranging from here to here, and price ranging from here, came back here, and then finally dropped. Okay, so from that resistance to this support once more, and price push up, and price has been doing this within this space till price broke out here, till price broke out here. But what do we see? Price push back into into this zone, which means this particular breakout was not a full breakout. It was a breakout, all right, but it didn't last before price changed direction back into that channel and ranged in that channel once more. So price ranged here once more. Okay, so just a minute. Somebody said, I can't hear. Click left side of your screen immediately you enter, you will see. Okay, somebody have already solved the situation. Thank you very much. So we are seeing ranging market over here mixed with trending markets. Okay, so this is the range. So we have seen what a ranging market looks like on the chart. But now let me show you something here. I marked those lines down because I want to use them to explain something here. Though we are having a ranging market here, we are also having a trending market within the ranging market. So we can see here that market is trending downwards once we draw this our trend line here, and then also over here market is trending upward on this 4 hour. Here market broke and it has started trending downwards. Over here also market broke and then is trending upward, and then here also market broke and is trending downward. So here we can see a downward trend here, and as I said last week, if you want to draw these trend lines perfectly well, you use the line chart. Okay, use the line chart, and I've taught that in the previous webinar. So please, if you are not around during our previous webinar, kindly go to our YouTube channel, which is Echo Mindsets, and then you'll be able to watch the video over them. Also, you can follow us on Instagram. I'll drop the links in the chat box. You can also follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, also on Telegram. So I've placed the link in the chat box so you can follow us on our social media platforms for more information and details. All right, so let's see what is happening here. Let's see what price is doing. Over here, we can see that price is forming what we call, it formed a higher high over here, came to form a low over here, but this particular high is not above this high, is below this high, so we call this a lower high. So this becomes a lower low because it is lower than this previous low here. What do we see? After creating this high, it has to create a new low. So a new low was created here, and a high that has been created here, a lower high which is what, lower than the previous high over here. So this gives us what, a downtrend over here, a short term, let me put it well, a short term downtrend. This is not a long term downtrend, this is a short term downtrend. We have short term downtrend and we have what, long term downtrend. So long term downtrends are downtrends that will last for a very long period of time. So the market will be trending in a very long period of what, of time. And you see here we have the trend what, changing, the trend what, changing over here. So if you draw this upper section of the trend line, which is the resistance section, you realize that this trend line was broken over here to the upside, okay, forming a low here, sorry, forming a higher low here. After this lower low was formed, the next low that was formed was what, was higher than what, than the previous low. And we have a high here that was what, higher than what, the previous high over here. And we have another low which is higher than the previous low over here. So what happened? We call this low, new low that is being formed, higher lows, because they are higher than the previous what, the previous lows. And then we have what, higher high. So another high was what, was formed here. But this is a short term what, uptrend, because we have still not broken this previous high, higher high over here. So we are still in what, in the downtrend. But then there was a short uptrend occurring. So this is how you locate your trending market, your trending market. Very simple. This is how you locate your trending market. So this is how we locate. So after that, we realized that there was a short downtrend forming, and then after that, the uptrend then continued. The uptrend then continued before finally the trend reversed, and then we start the beginning of what, a downtrend. Look over here, you realize once market got here, there was consolidation. There was some amount of consolidation at the top over here. Okay, there was some amount of what, consolidation over here. Once that happened, market now decide the direction to go, and we can see market what, breaking this what, this support level over here to the downside, and then it began what we call a downtrend. But then there was a little what, retracement or pullback, and then price came to form a new high here, which is still lower than what, the previous high that we had, and that makes it what, a lower high. And then price pushed back down, forming a new low, which we will refer to as what, a lower low. What happened after that? Price formed another high, which is still lower than the previous high. So that is our new lower high. What did price do after that? Price pushed down to form a new low, which is lower than what, the previous low. This is telling us that we are still in a downtrend. But what did we see after that new low was formed? A new high was formed. But this new high is lower than the previous high that we have over here. Price didn't break it. So this high didn't go up. What do we see? A new low was formed, which is also higher than what, the previous low. So we have seen price begin to range. So we are back to what, a ranging market. So price, after forming the uptrend and the downtrend, we are now forming what we refer to as what, a ranging market. Please, are we all following? If you have any question at this time, please, you can ask, you can unmute yourself and ask, so that I can explain your doubts, please, and or your whatsoever you don't understand, so that I can explain, please. So I've opened the platform or the floor for hot questions now. Yeah, if you have any question, just unmute yourself, and then you can ask your question. Or you can leave your question in the chat box. If you don't understand anything, you can just type it in the chat box and I will answer you. The call is being recorded and will be on our YouTube channel. So you can go to our YouTube channel and you can rewatch the whole lesson from beginning to end. The first part and then the second part. You can watch all. Okay, let me unmute all of you from here. Somebody say he cannot unmute himself. Please, if you want to ask question, you can just raise up your hand and I'll unmute you from here. Okay. Michael, please, you can unmute yourself now, yeah, and ask your question. Hello, Michael, please, I'm listening.
Okay. Okay, so I just want to confirm the price make.
Hello,
So
Michael.
whenever the price pass the previous, it's continuing on the downtrend, right? Like, hello?
Yeah, please, you can ask your question now. I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, so I just want to confirm, maybe like, let's see from the first part of it,
Okay.
from where it started, that's the lower low. So whenever the new price is now, whenever it passes the lower low, that's the previous lower low, it's kind of telling us it's going to a downtrend, right?
Yes, but then you need other confirmations as I made mention. Okay, was that trend line broken before we start having those lower lows forming? Like if we are in an uptrend, okay, and we are beginning a downtrend, you have to first confirm whether our uptrend trend line has been broken, okay, for us to then confirm that the new lower lows and lower highs that are being formed are truly telling us that we are in a downtrend. And one thing you must identify to is the downtrend that is being formed a short-term downtrend or a long-term downtrend. And that you'll be able to identify that by knowing if it is a retracement or just a pullback, okay, or a complete turn of or change of what of trend. Are you okay? And you know that based on what I taught last week, if you are able to identify your support and resistance levels, okay, you'll be able to know if you are just in having some short-term downtrend or a long-term downtrend or uptrend. Please, are you clear? Hello, Mike.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm clear. I didn't start on time, so that's why.
Okay, you can. We'll be posting the video on our YouTube channel. So
I hear me?
Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Michael.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, hear me. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so we'll post the videos on our YouTube channel so you can go there and watch them.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Mercy, please, you can ask your question. Mercy, you raise up your hand, please. You can ask your question. Hello, Mercy. All right. Please, any other question? Any other question? Please, this is the time I can answer you. So if you have any question, please, this last 10 minutes, just unmute yourself and ask so that I can answer you and clarify things to you. Please, those who requested for the mobile version of drawing the trend lines and support and resistance, I assure you that this week we will prepare a video on that and upload it to our channel so you'll be able to watch it from there. I'll work on it this week. Next week, please. This week I have not been feeling very fine, so actually I couldn't work on so many things. So please bear with me. Next week, I'll work on that and I'll place them on the channel for you. Thank you very much. And be reminded that this particular session of the free training or webinar is being sponsored by LITEFOREX. LITEFOREX is a broker. Take note that we are not saying go and use LITEFOREX. We are just telling you that they are the ones that sponsored us, and they are also a broker that you can trade with. They are an ECN broker with very tight spread, and they have the currency pairs. They have the indices like NASDAQ, S&P 500, DAX, J30, and co. And they also trade gold and oil. So those who love gold and oil, you can as well go to them and register. We will leave the link of their website in the description of our YouTube channel. You can click on it and then it will take you there. Yeah, Mr. Christopher, please, you can ask your question. All right. Please, if there is no other questions, then we'll end today's session here. And if everything be fine, then we'll meet again next week by this time. And before the next session, the banners will be out. Those of you who want to join our Telegram page, the link has been posted in the chat box. The link has been posted in the chat box. Please, the link has been posted in the chat box so you can join our channel through that link. We do give free signals, but it's not every day. We do that from Tuesday to Thursday. We do that from Tuesday to what? Thursday. So please bear with us. Those are our trading days. Those are our trading days. Those are our trading days. So please bear with us. All right. So guys, we will meet again. Okay, please, I'm coming. Mr. Chris, let me unmute you. Please, Mr. Chris, you are unmuted. You are unmuted. You can ask your question. You can make your announcement. Please, my trading days are from Tuesday to Thursday. Somebody is asking about my trading days. My trading days are from Tuesdays to Thursdays.
Can they hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
If you're about to close, unmute everyone, and then let's do this chat. Right, guys. Thank you very much for coming.